Joining us right now is California Congressman Eric Swalwell. And Congressman, what did you hear that leads you to think that there could be wrongdoing or shorting that was out there? Is this what you were told by the Treasury and FDIC over the weekend?
Good morning. And I, too, am grateful for the swift response. On the shorting, I want it to be ruled out. I mean, again, this is unique in that so much of this was, done over social media. Money was moved, almost faster than we've ever seen before because of the means that we can do that these days. But I do think we should look and look at options, look at shorting, see if there was any market manipulation so that we can rule that out. And to your point, certainly investigate any mismanagement at Silicon Valley Bank or Signature so that taxpayers can have confidence and depositors can have confidence that there will be accountability if justified.
Look, this wasn't a crazy scheme or fraudulent based, at least not on the face of it. If you're looking at what they did, they just screwed up on risk management here. They were taking a lot of treasuries, which, you would have the full faith of the government. They weren't investing in risky things here. They were investing in treasuries. But again, they screwed up on the duration and didn't realize that their deposit base could disappear so quickly. At least that's what it looks like from the early going on this. I guess my question would be, would you also have questions for regulators? Go ahead.
Certainly, but you need to, I think, make sure that that was the case. And when you see people pulling money out or selling stocks, right before collapse, it also, raises questions around insider trading. And so all of that has to be looked at. I just want to say, these are my constituents. There's probably a few districts that have more bank customers and employees who are affected by, Silicon Valley Bank. And so they will rest assured today that they will be able, to meet their payrolls on Wednesday. And, these are people working in biotech, tech, the wine industry, the entertainment industry, the drivers of the California economy, which, as our governor has said,
right,
is the tentpole for the global economy.
Congressman, I'm curious how you think about the description of this as a bailout. And the reason I ask is, in my mind, as I've been watching this, it's not a bailout like 2008 insofar as the bank executives themselves were not bailed out. The bank itself was not bailed out. But the depositors in this case very well were bailed out. These were people who were arguably the smartest people in the room. And we had the world of venture capital in your very district screaming from the rooftops that they needed government help over the weekend. And there's an irony to it insofar as that so many of them have been screaming from the rooftops for so long that they don't want regulation. They want to have special tax treatment in the form of carried interest and so many other things. And here they are now getting effectively government help.
Yeah, my priority all along, as I advocated to the FDIC and Treasury, are the paychecks, and that the bank executives and the investors should take a bath. That's how a free market economy works. However, the assets of the bank, as was just pointed out, the long-term T-bonds are relatively strong. The customers are some of the best customers anyone could possibly have, for the work that they do in the long-term, profit payoff that you'll see in many of these industries. And so letting them fail would have meant, millions missing their paychecks and layoffs coming because of liability laws that directors would have to follow to lay off people if they don't see a foreseeable paycheck in their future. And by the way, no taxpayer dollars spent. These are bank fees and a new instrument set up to ensure liquidity for any of the other smaller and regional banks. And so I think it's irresponsible to say it's a lazy take to say that this is a bailout. But fortunately, as I said, I think that the long-term assets here are strong, and hopefully a private acquisition happens in the coming days.